today about how strong you felt your car was, and you guys were able to back that up during qualifying.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's round one for us the last 2 years with the new car has been relatively, at times strong. Definitely qualifying as a whole has not been my strong suit in my life, so a lot of work has went into it, and not a lot of payoff, not a lot of rewards. So even the times that we do tie together round one, I've never been able to put round two together in a way that I'm proud of, that I feel like I did right. So I usually overdrive, and when I should just go the same speed or a little slower even and be fine, I usually slow down even more because I try to go faster. So today was all about minimizing the loss, and round one was, I felt pretty good. I overslowed turn one, basically just slowed down too fast in turn one, and then wanted to make that better. I have no idea if I actually did. I haven't looked at any of the information and data. We're pretty pumped up that we got this pole, and I know that I didn't mess it up too bad. Obviously, I ran basically the same lap time, which was really challenging with it getting hotter in the second lap on tires.
All right, we'll go ahead and go to questions. We'll open up with Holly. We'll go to Jeff, Bob, and Lee. Go ahead, Holly.
Hi Ross, Holly King with the NASCAR Wire Service. You had a really good lap, like a mile an hour faster than everybody else. But could you talk about what this means for Trackhouse? This being the first pole for them, and it being your first pole professionally, which surprised me a little. I had to go back and look that up. But just talk about that.
Yeah, look, we're in Nashville. This is where Trackhouse was formed. It was started here with Justin living here, and we're Nashville. We are Nashville's team, and so with the Tootsies group, with Steve and everybody, it's incredible to have it happen here is amazing. For me personally, it's amazing that it hasn't happened before with as strong as Daniel is at qualifying. And I've always, since I've become teammates with him, at road courses my margin is 2/10. If I'm within 2/10 of Daniel, I'm pretty happy. At intermediates and stuff, then we're kind of hundredth for hundredth with each other, and we saw that in round one. So for me, it's been a labor of a lot of work and schooling personally to try to be better. And we did a mock run yesterday just to keep working at it. It's not necessarily the best thing to do for race-wise, but my team has put a lot of work into me. My engineers have tried to explain, and they've done a really good job of explaining where I went wrong in the past, even in times I wasn't driving the one car, it was with other teams, and they've looked at that and tried to understand my philosophy when we go to qualifying, which has generally been more gas, less brake, just go faster. And it doesn't always work. Most of the time it doesn't work. So they've been on me to literally, it is as simple as that. Less gas, more brake, earlier brake, later on throttle, and let the car work. And I've struggled with this qualifying, single lap. Like if we had 2 laps, I would say my numbers were probably a whole lot better. Group qualifying, when we had like minutes to go, I could take a couple laps and I'd be really good. 1 lap, come to the green and checkered is been so frustrating for me for my entire career, definitely in NASCAR. So it's so rewarding right now. It's like this is a day that I will never forget.
All right, we'll go to Jeff. You're good.
Yeah. Jeff Hood Racing today. Ross, first pole means we're going to get the coveted P1 pit box. Expectations, how big of an advantage will that be at a place like Nashville?
I don't know. I've never been there. I've never gotten in the Cup, especially, and I have no idea. I'm going to have to go, and Trackhouse has never had it either. So we do our pit road studies every week, and we know the numbers and the math, and we're going to have to go and whatever pit box is best. I'm assuming it's going to be the first one, but that's up for Phil Surgeon and our group at Trackhouse at GM to decide. But I have no idea what it's going to be like, but it feels pretty good right now.
All right, we'll go to Bob.
Bob Cocker, Fox Sports. What makes you feel better about tomorrow, being on the pole or being second in 10-lap average in speed yesterday?
Yeah, long run for sure. It's nice that we're going to pass a bunch. Hopefully everything stays how it is, and we get out we get out, you know, to a lead there. But race trim wise, cars is super strong. Really good balance, and none of them, it doesn't feel great. Like going through the corners here, they always feel slow to me because there's not a lot of banking, it's concrete. But it shows really good. So I feel I would rather have good average speed than a single lap, but we put a lot of work in the single lap for sure.
All right, Lee.
Congratulations. You were really emotional when you got out of the car and, you know, waiting for to be decided, the whole, tears of joy, tears of relief. I mean, in the 30 years I've been doing this, you have been overanalyzed from every direction, and it's kind of weighed on you at some point. So, I mean, is this just, I won't say vindication, but, you know, does it kind of help rebuild, not that you lost confidence, but, you know, is it just kind of a step forward?
Well, the tears out there were of joy and like satisfaction, of just happiness that it's paid off, right? It's just all this comes down to speed in hundreds and thousands of a second, and that we were able to do it. Like so much work for years, and it didn't pay off, and it paid off. So that's what those were. Everything else, I've learned at 30 years old to embrace this room, right, and embrace everybody that throws opinions and thoughts my way, and I take them and I bounce them off my team personally and professionally, with my family and my group, both in Trackhouse and out, and we, you know, they help me walk through that. But mentally, I just form my own opinion. Like I take everybody's little bits and I make my own thoughts. So, yeah, you know, look, we're all human though. Like when people tell you you're slow, that it's kind of easy to think you're slow. So I've got a good support group though. They like to remind me why we're here and that we're in the Cup Series, and this is where we wanted to get to. We did not have a clear path here, but we got here, and now we're going to stay here. So yeah, I do, you know, personally, I'm happy for my team and me. This was, I mean, I'm selfish. This was about the work that we put in, and how many times I've had cars capable of qualifying on the pole in the Cup Series, and then down through every rank from the very first Pro Truck division, fast truck. I did it at 12 years old. There were times that, I mean, so many that should have been full laps, and I messed them up. And so this today was that on this stage we are able to do it. All that said, I could have very easily spun out. So I'm glad I made it.
All right, we'll go to Dalton in the back.
Hey, Ross Dalton Hawkins with FrontStretch.com. It's been a month in Darlington, and since then, you know, you haven't been involved in some kind of controversy or anything like that. But does that make this poll a little bit more special, knowing that it almost feels like that you're back in the positive light, you're back in the positive headlines, and how much momentum does something like a first poll carry for you going into Sunday?
Personally, it's a day that I will truly never forget. I will, no matter how the weekend goes, the rest of the year, I will always have a memory of today, and I have that for. But we all do. We all have key, you know, core memories in our lives and in our minds. So, I don't really know how this changed. You know, what this puts for publicly and spotlight and all that. I'm me, and Trackhouse gets the good and the bad, and our sport as a whole gets me for who I am. But don't ever expect me to just like be very repeatable and robotic. I feel like, and then, yeah, I should just be one way or the other. Like I'm human. I'm going to do things different each time and try to be better. And I'm not going to do the same thing over and over because if I want to do that, I'd be really good at failing, and I don't like failure. I don't like crashing. I want to win. So I will continue to evolve to do that, and you know, I've got a really good group around me that gets me through the bad days, and we celebrate the good days, and we work through the bad ones, and we keep working on the good ones as well.
All right, we're gonna come up front to Chris Knight, and we'll end with Dustin in the back.
Chris
trackgametrends.com. Ross average finished here 3.5 in the Cup Series, so just wondering what it is about you and Nashville Superspeedway that you seem to adapt so well.
I got a really good crew chief and some engineers that give me rocket ships. This was our really, I would say, arrival to the Fast Club in the 42 car in 2021. The high power, low downforce package that year was definitely our stronger suit. But we unloaded here second quick, raced up in the top 10 all day, and came home second. Last year, similar, a lot of speed. Thought we had a pole qualifying, car, and I went 2.5 miles an hour too fast through turns 1 and 2, and I got tight and I slid up and I lost 2 tenths. Like I tried to go too fast. So today was all about keeping that speed down in the critical parts, and then obviously going faster in the whole lap, but giving up some to gain it back later. So we've had speed all 3 years. I compare it just like any other track. I don't put any tracks ahead of the others. But it starts with Phil Surgeon and our support group at Trackhouse at GM that they've got a good handle on this place, and it shows. I mean, you saw both Daniel and I were 2 of the fastest cars around 1, so.
Okay, Dustin, go ahead.
Dustin, let me know, Jason, you're right here. Hey, so Chad's about to go out and make his 3rd Xfinity start. Watching him at this level, what are the emotions like for yourself?
Until I qualified on the pole, they were more nervous for him. Yeah, look, it's my little brother. We're 6 years apart, and I'm going to do anything in life I can to help him, and he does the same for me. We work together, professionally and business-wise back home, and we do a lot together, and are going to continue. Our parents and our family is given us a great platform and base to just go out into our lives professionally and do a lot of things. We're going to try to take advantage of that, right? We want to do things and have fun together, and we vacation together, we spend our lives together. Even though he lives in Florida and runs the farm, he's still the farmer at JDI Farms, our family farm. My dad has given him a lot of the reins to make decisions. So, these opportunities here with Mario Goslin, DGM, and Tennessee Office of Highway Safety is, it's a simple message of buckling up and using your melon. With his being use your melon today, just driving sober, trying to remind Nashville and the greater Tennessee population and residents to simply don't drive distracted or impaired. And it's a message you've seen on my cars over the years. And if I can pay that to him, forward to him, and give him that opportunity, my family gave me opportunities, and then now we can do that for him. I will not apologize for that at all. And he's pretty darn good little race car driver. To go out there and qualify 22nd today is incredible. I really have to, try to slow him down. His first couple of starts were on the gas, not too different. He's watched me, so he has watched me from when he was 6 years old, when I was 12, when I started racing, and he's followed the same path. It just didn't work out at 18 years old to get him in. Now at 24, there's opportunities, and now he's learning on the stage. He hasn't been racing a whole lot; he's been working. So I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the progression and the just the small steps. Now he gets to go sweat a whole lot and slide around and work with Mario. It's so cool that we're getting to work with Mario. I get to drive for him, and so does Chad. So he's just lives in Florida. Mario lives in Florida, runs a team out of Lake Wales. It's not too far north of us, and we have more in common than we probably ever thought. So it's just cool moments right now, and proud of him and my brother. So I'll do anything for him.
All right, Ross, congratulations again. Best of luck tomorrow. Thanks for spending some extra time with us today.